Zelfa, every time I come to see you, we're talking about the biggest fight of your life.
Yeah.
And once again, next biggest fight of your life. You're fighting Kiko Martinez, a guy who's been there, done it all, been world champion, European champion at multi-level, multi-weights. A real good test for you. Was that February 13th?
Yeah,
3 weeks
February
on
13th.
Saturday?
Yeah.
And as I can see, preparation's going really well. I thought this was, when I first arrived, I thought it was going to be a nice little light workout for you. A bit of shadow and a bit of skipping, but I was wrong, because you just had to do 10 rounds in front of your Uncle Pat, watchful eye. Beasting you.
That's like being doing the X Factor and you printed a few drinks. You know.
He had this chair there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Sat there making sure there's nothing, no
punch,
resting.
Every punch is perfect, you know. My Uncle Pat, it is a method behind madness. And you know, some people can't handle it, but it surely it works, because, you know, thank God.
It works if you listen.
Yeah, of course, if you listen, that's the key word, if you listen. Because, you know, look at my performances, my knockouts, look at Lyndon's performances. You know, you've got to follow to them instructions to get what he's expecting you to do. And, you know, that's what we've been doing.
It's been on a long process, 10 years, mate. 10 years working under him and driving for this now, and we're now in that final straight, because if you come through this fight, when you come through this fight, you've got either European or world is the next level. It looks like you're going to have to bypass the British.
You know, that's a bit of a sad thing, you know, because I'd want to win the British because being Pat won it, and it was something prestige to win. I'm British, so you know, I'd never say bypass, because I'll beat Kiko. You know, we don't know what's going to happen in the next 12 months, 8 months. Might become vacant. Something might happen. You know, boxing, you can never plan stuff. And I'd love to fight for that. You know, you know, that's my manager, make up Pat. You know, if you can get onto Eddie, you know, if it's available. If not, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I'd love to have it, just to have it once, just to say I won it.
And before we go on, actually, I've got congratulations, Daddy. Oh, how many days ago was that? It was only 3 or 4 days ago, wasn't it?
She was born on the 17th. She's a couple of days old now, a beautiful baby girl.
What's her name?
Remelia.
Remelia.
I just look at her and, you know, sounds a bit soft, but, you know, any man with their child that he just made, especially his daughter, they'll be lying to say, if you look at your daughter, just don't give you, to make your stomach tingle.
Yeah.
Just look at her and just think, wow, she's mine. Like,
yeah.
So now not only I've got a responsibility for myself and for my mum, I've got a responsibility for my beautiful daughter.
Do you think it's going to help you now? Because this is the hardest part of your career now, this part, you know, to be eventually a world champion. This is where it separates the good from the great,
levels,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
Levels, man. Levels. It goes from good to being excellent. And, you know, my brother motivates me anyway, my dead brother. So that's just an added motivation. You know, just a nice motivation, but my brother motivates me. No matter what, you know, no matter what happens in my life, nothing could hurt me as much as watching my own brother die in front of my eyes. No man can hit me and hurt me. No one.
The similarities between you and Lyndon are phenomenal, aren't they?
Yeah,
because it's similar to Lyndon's story, isn't it?
Similar things happen in life, you know what I mean?
Does that mean that's why the bond between you two is so close?
Of course. You know, it's just a ripple effect, like things happen in life, and it's our paths in life. You know, you can't dwell in it, because time don't wait for no man. You just got to move with the time, and you got to make the most out of any situation, out of a bad situation or out of a good situation. You take the positives from.
That's a good thing about boxing, isn't it? That's one thing you teach. Because obviously just before Christmas, you must have been heartbroken, because you should have been out again before Christmas. It didn't happen, but you didn't let it get you down. You've stayed in the gym, and now this has come up, and this is outside of, you know, wanting to fight for that British title. This is a fight that can propel you to that next level, isn't it?
Of course, you know, my eyes are not away from him. Kiko Martinez is my path. I pulled up my target, I'm locked in. You know, and he's in the way of my dreams and what I need to be, need to become. So, you know, everything's just on him. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to put on a performance, I'm going to destroy the guy. You know, he seems like a...
Well, I was going to ask you, have you got any predictions, and you've just given me there.
He's a respectful professional, you know, he's a good person. I don't know him, but the vibes I get off him, and, you know, he's a true professional. He's there to do a job, to fight. That's what he loves to do. you know, and but unfortunately, you know, I just believe it's a bit too far for him, and that's not me underestimating him. That's me knowing how hard I've trained, knowing how much I've given up, my discipline, my sacrifice, my self-motivation, my motivation from Pat. I just believe in myself, and I'm not underestimating him. I'm not going in there thinking I'm going to blow him away, because you know he's going to come there. He's going to be in every minute and every second of the fight.
Yeah, he will be in your face,
as much as he tries to be, you know. So, and I know he's going to try and put it all over me because I'm bigger than him. So he's going to have to come forward.
Yeah, he's going to have to keep that distance close.
My mindset's ready for 12 rounds of brutalness. I've been trying to put it all over me. I've been trying fiddling every way of coming, making dirty, heading, try to rough me up and whatever. But you know, I'm mentally ready for that.
Yeah, because he could quite actually use that without it being dirty because of his size.
That's his style.
Because as him coming in, his head's going to be on your chin.
That's his style. That's his style. You know, and you can't fault a man for his style. That's the way he boxes. So you know, I need to prepare myself for that.
Well, you're going down sparring tomorrow with Reece Mould, who's on the undercard with you. He's fighting for the British title against Lee Wood. Obviously, Josh is topping the bill. Josh fought him, I think, back in 2017. Has he given you any tips?
Not yet. I'll see Josh tomorrow, probably.
Yeah.
So you know, I'll speak with Josh. Josh is good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Proper.
Well, I think Josh broke both his hands.
Yeah,
on him.
After the fight, his hands like balloons, man. But you know, styles make fights. Me and Josh have got two different styles.
Yeah.
I think the style that Josh would suit Kiko Martinez more, because Josh is not really a boxer. Like he's got hidden boxing abilities where he can box, but he's still there. You know what I mean? And what Josh does, he does it well. That's why he's a world champion. This is why he's destroying everyone, because he got his style to a T. Where styles make fights. I'm not necessarily going to be there like Josh was, or you know, I'm going to be.
You're going to fight clever?
Of course, I've got to. He's a dangerous opponent. You know, you've got to fight clever with dangerous opponents. So, you know.
I'm looking forward to this, obviously. One last note. How happy were you for Lyndon? What performance?
Yo, my mum, he done what he had to do, man. You know, I'm happy for the guy. So happy when I was walking home from the venue, man. I just made my heart just like.
You know, when you two started out on this journey, it must be so good for you to be doing it together.
Yeah, of course, man. It's nice. It's just a nice thing, you know. Some people are not privileged to get that, so it's just a nice thing, you know. And like I said, when you won that fight, I was just happy, just sat in there.
And not only that,
smiling.
Boxing News, #1 ranking, right, heavyweight.
Buzzing.
I thought that was nice, that, because BoxRec's never always perfect, is it? But
Never
Boxing
perfect.
News
It's got
is
me
the one.
like rank number.
I think 6 you're ranked now at present.
The guys that are in front of me, I've had more knockouts than you've had fights.
I know.
It doesn't make no sense. You know, but we move. It's not about what they think. It's about what you do in the ring. It's about what belt you hold. About whatever. You know, is it a fan account?
Say again.
Is BoxRec a fan account? It must be.
Oh right,
A fan must have made it
yeah.
You know, like I said, I've had more knockouts than some of these guys had fights, and some people are ranked higher than me. Don't know how, but then it's funny because I'm like ranked number 4 or 5 in the world in the IBF. So it's a funny one, but on Lyndon, well done to him, man.
Well, but the thing is, forget BoxRec because they've not got a #1. I think they've got a #3. But Boxing News, which is one that matters, isn't it? Boxing News, that's the establishment. That's the one that everyone goes to, and he's #1 in there. And hopefully,
so it should be.
You'll be
so
soon.
It should be. Listen, I'm not really bothered about being #1 in no magazines. I just want to be #1 in the world with a belt. Listen, well, I'll be a world champion.
That #1 will come with that, won't it?
Of course, exactly. You know, it comes with responsibilities at #1. So you know, I'm happy where I'm at. When I get my world title belt, when I get my European belt, you can even put me #3. As long as I get the #1 spot when I'm world champion, I feel like I deserve it. Then I don't like things given to me. I want to earn it. This
is for the IBF Intercontinental, isn't it?
I don't think it's for that.
Is it not? That's what it says on the.
It says on the thing. I think it does something else.
Right.
But
there's another title on the line for you though.
Hopefully, 12 rounder.
Well, listen. Good luck for the 13th,
as
mate.
you just seen.
You're looking in fact. Listen, you always look in great shape, but you seem to be punching viciously, mate.
You got to think differently with different opponents. You know, this opponent no longer eats grass. This opponent eats meat. You know, I'm not fighting a guy who's eating grass. I'm fighting a guy who eats savage, raw blood meat. So I have to think like that. I'm trained like that and program my mind. You know, this guy's dangerous. I meet him, sleeping, dreaming about him.
One last thing, I was listening to a little interview that Pat put on and he was talking about the fight with Eric Donovan.
Good fighter, by the way.
Yeah, of course he's very good.
Great fighter.
But he had to be, because he brought the best out in you.
Good fighter, you know,
and to bring out the best in you, you've got to be a good fighter.
Yeah.
But you'd gone back to your corner, and your Uncle Pat, you was asking her how's it going, and your Uncle Pat went, it's close, and he said it seemed like to trigger something in your mindset, because the last time he told you that it was against Ronnie Clark, and suddenly the fight changed. It changed almost by the end of round 6. The flow had gone from his way to your way, and then round 7 was dominant, wasn't it?
That was mad, because that was me on empty. That was just purely my mind. Just like, right, what? Where, even though your mind controls your body, you need to have some backing with your body. So when he said that to me, it's close. I thought, looked at my arm, I thought, hell no. I don't like that.
Is that because you got your picture of your brother on your arm?
Man, yeah, so I looked at my arm and I thought, time to go to work now, and I thought, it's close, that's all I could feel. Push my blood to go, it's close. Ready to go, thinking it's close. Because in my head, alarm bells ringing. Close, nah, it can't be close. Can't be close, I can't let it be close. Not being robbed. Not letting this being took from me. So, you know, my Uncle Pat always tells me, you either give him respect or you have to take the respect. So I had to just take it. You know, I had to just take it, and I wasn't going to stop hitting him. Wasn't going to stop hitting him till the referee stopped it. You know? Well,
it was a peach of a. I mean, it was.
And his style, some great shots. Good southpaw style, man.
You got to remember, southpaws have been training for you for the whole life. Man.
Yeah, they're good.
So it doesn't matter. And he was a very good southpaw.
The way he's punching, you couldn't really see shots because he's just falling from there. He brought a good amateur style into the pro game. Not many fighters can do that. So you know, he was a good fighter. But you know, onto Kiko. You know, I'm ready for this guy.
So, prediction?
12-round massacre, I'll say. You know, that's not disrespect to him, because he's a good fighter.
No, but you know that's what you have to do to go to that
I'm not
next.
going to allow him to do what he wants to do. Hence why I'm pushing myself, doing what I need to do, and pushing myself hard every day in the gym to not allow him to do what he wants to do to me, because it's easy
to take your future glory.
It's easy for me to switch off from to let him come into the fight and get into his fight.
As many people have done.
Many people have done it, but you know, when you stay switching and make every shot count and every move count and whatever, you know, it'd be my night. It'd be a Zelfa Barrett victory no matter what. But you know, I'm just going there to put out a performance.
Zelfa, I'll be looking forward to watching. February 13th, absolutely cracking bill. As well as, like you say, we've got Josh.
It's like the old times, me and Josh in the same bill.
It is, and then obviously young Reese on there going for his first major title.
Reese has been on there too before on my own fights.
And the exciting fight from Sheffield, Dalton Smith against Lee Appleyard, which I think should be a cracking fight.
He's a good fighter, Dalton, man. He's so classy.
Yeah.
He can do anything.
But this is a real test for him, because Lee Appleyard, no pushover.
Yeah, of course. No one. I just feel like Dalton's too much for him. Dalton's way too much for him. Dalton's own fighters there, you kind of fast track them. Because he's that good.
That's why he's fighting him. He's only his 7th fight.
He's that good. Yeah. Dalton's that good.
Yeah.
I rate him. When I watched that Scouse kid, shoulders the right hand, bam! Just like put him down, man, in the
yeah, it was a beautiful shot. Against Nathan Bennett.
Yeah, Nathan Bennett. Yeah. He looks like a good fighter, Nathan Bennett. You know, and he just took the fight on a notice. You know, which you got to respect him for, but. Dalton Smith, man, he's a classy fighter. We thought
again it'd just be a little bit too early for Dalton, but we was wrong.
Nah, I don't think that.
No, that's why we took the fight. Yeah. We took the fight because of that reason.
Yeah,
well, listen, we're talking about you. We're talking about your big night, February 13th. Good luck for them, and like you say, this is a fantastic opponent to launch yourself on to that next level, which is European and hopefully then world.
Yes, of course.
Zelfa, take care, mate.
Thank you so much.
See you later. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.